Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, I'm Evelyn. Today we're finishing the Christmas decorating in my main living space, and I'm so excited to finally make everything feel complete for the season. I picked up several new Christmas pieces this year, which I shared in a recent haul, and now it's time to style them throughout my home. We're starting with a few gingerbread inspired items for the kitchen. The first pieces are this beautiful gingerbread kitchen towel from Pottery Barn and the cutest faux gingerbread cookies from Etsy. I absolutely love incorporating anything gingerbread themed into my kitchen. It instantly makes the space feel warm, cozy, and just so Christmassy. So to style, I downloaded a digital print from Etsy and I printed it on some cardstock paper. The Etsy print is a beautiful image of gingerbread cookies on a plate, and I knew it would be perfect for my kitchen, so I trimmed the print to size and placed it inside a frame from Petal Lane Home. I've had this frame for a while, and since the original artwork wasn't quite my style, I simply layered the new print on top and it worked beautifully. To display it, I used one of my favorite easels from McGee Co. These easels are great for artwork, cookbooks, or any piece you want to display. I also added some pretty plates from Amazon, and I tucked the gingerbread towel between the stacked plates and bowls. And of course, to finish everything off, I placed the gingerbread cookies around the little display. I love how this little setup turned out. It's festive, charming, and I love the gingerbread touch. Another Christmas piece I recently picked up is this beautiful glass jar from Amazon. I knew I wanted to display some festive items inside, so I decided to style it in this little kitchen corner. I started with a breadboard. This one is from Etsy, but you can easily find similar options at Olive Atelier. I also added a vintage pot, also from Etsy, and I tucked a small Christmas tree from Target inside it. And since the gingerbread kitchen towel from Pottery Barn came in a set of 2, I used the second one here to tie everything together. To fill the jars, I used the sweetest little mug huggers. They're tiny gingerbread cookies that hook onto the rim of your mug. I did find them at World Market and they were super affordable. They even had chocolate covered ones that sounded delicious. In the second jar, I added classic candy canes, perfect for stirring into hot chocolate or coffee, and I love the pop of red. I just placed the jars on top of the kitchen towel, and I'm so in love with this little corner. It adds just the right amount of Christmas without overwhelming the space. The next piece I styled is this Christmas countdown from Magnolia Home. I absolutely love this item. It's versatile, charming, and perfect to style anywhere in your home. I also came across the prettiest little plates in the Target dollar section for just $5. I was inspired by Katie Stillwell on Instagram, who styled her countdown in her kitchen with a small plate holding the extra numbers on top. I love that idea and I wanted to recreate it, so shout out to her. She has such beautiful styling and is always so inspiring, so definitely check out her Instagram page. I first placed a cookbook stand and I opened my Magnolia Table cookbook to a page featuring cookies and milk, which feels so nostalgic and perfect for Christmas. And then right next to it, I added the countdown, and I also styled the little plates with the extra numbers on top, and I finished the space with a few more gingerbread cookies for that extra festive touch. For the last corner in my kitchen, I wanted to style all of my cookbooks but still add a touch of Christmas to the display. If you remember from my last decorating videos, I made a little mini wreath and I thought it would be the perfect festive touch. I added it to the front of the cookbook by placing the ribbon behind the back cover, and it held up beautifully. I also added my DIY gingerbread houses, which are still one of my favorite projects I've ever made. They bring such a sweet handcrafted charm to the space and tie the whole corner together. Another recent find is this $18 wreath from Walmart. I love its organic natural look, and the price made it an easy choice for my pantry door. To give it a more custom and festive feel, I added a few asymmetrical bows using a red ribbon I picked up on Amazon. I attached them with simple ornament hooks, which made it super easy to attach. I also wanted to bring in a bit of texture, so I used some leftover dried florals from my fall wreath, and I love how that looked, so I decided to add it to this one too. I hung it onto my pantry door, and it made my kitchen come together beautifully, especially with the pop of red. The last space I styled in my kitchen is the kitchen island. For this area, I used these beautiful berry stems I found on Etsy, along with a stunning deep red kitchen napkin from Crate & Barrel. I loved how these two pieces complemented each other, so I decided to style both on my island. I started with one of my favorite vases from McGee Co. I'm so sad it's no longer available because it's truly one of my most loved vases to style with. I arranged the berry stems inside, and I love how full and realistic they look. Next to the vase, I layered the kitchen towel, and I added a vintage rolling pin that I found on Etsy as well. I wanted to bring in a cozy baking touch, so I decided to bring out my cake stand and place some muffins on top. I love how it made the space feel warm and inviting, almost like a little baking corner. One of my favorite pieces I picked up this season are these gorgeous oversized red bows from Hobby Lobby. I got them for 50% off, so they were around $9 each. I knew I wanted to style them on my bar stools, and since I have 3, I picked up 3 bows. I used the tag they came with to tuck into my bar stools, and they look absolutely beautiful and elegant, almost like each stool is a little wrapped present. I love how they bring that classic nostalgic Christmas feeling to my kitchen. It's super simple, but it really makes the space feel so festive and special. Some other new pieces I picked up this season include a beautiful burgundy candle I found at HomeGoods. I also grabbed a candle snuffer from Amazon, which comes in both gold and silver. Another item I'm excited about is a tray diffuser I saw on Instagram. It is so adorable. You just add water and the mist comes out through the top like a tiny steam engine. I can't wait to show how it looks in action. I also picked up some ornaments from House of Jade along with some ornament hooks from Amazon. The hooks are so unique and add a whimsical look when styled. And lastly, I picked up some wrapping paper from Etsy to create some faux presents. To style everything, I started with a vase from the vintage rug shop and filled it with berry stems I bought last year. They were available on A-Floral and Amazon this season, but I believe they're sold out now, but I'm hoping they restock before Christmas. Next to that, I layered in some coffee table books and placed the candle and the snuffer. I also added another book beside it and placed the train diffuser there. My daughters absolutely love watching it. It feels so magical and it reminds me so much of the Polar Express. If you know me, you know that I love adding coffee table books, so I added another one here to place the ornament hooks from Amazon, and I styled the House of Jade ornaments on them. I love the neutral look and they pair beautifully with the artwork and the lamp on the sideboard. And to tie in the red from the berry stems, I decided to add a simple red bow to my lamp. I wanted to add a little Christmas touch to it as well, so I really like how the red pops on it. On the lower shelf, I styled a wicker sleigh from HomeGoods to add some texture. Then to finish the look, I styled some faux presents with that beautiful Etsy wrapping paper, and the ribbon is also from Etsy. There's nothing inside them now, but once it's closer to Christmas, I carefully unwrap them, place real gifts inside, and rewrap them so nothing goes to waste. After adding water to the diffuser and lighting the candle, the space instantly feels so cozy and magical. Truly one of my favorite corners this season. The next items are these mini wreaths I found on Amazon, which I wanted to add to the end chairs in my dining space. I also picked up some fresh pomegranates to bring in a natural pop of color. The wreaths are sparse and simple with just a touch of red that I love, so they were perfect for my chairs. To hang them, I looped through some very thin red ribbon and attached it to the bottom of my end chair using a safety pin. I placed the pin underneath the chair pillow so it's completely hidden, and since I have two little kids, I wanted to make sure the wreaths were secured very well. For my dining table, as you know, I don't like having too many arrangements in my space, so I prefer to keep it simple, especially since we use the table so often for everyday activities. So for the centerpiece, I used this wicker bowl from HomeGoods and filled it with fresh pomegranates. I'm so happy with how simple and pretty this space turned out. Festive, but still very functional for everyday life. I also recently picked up this adorable ceramic snowman from Pottery Barn for my shelves, along with some beautiful pine stems from Etsy and the cutest little sitting reindeer also from Pottery Barn. These pieces felt perfect for my shelving, so I went ahead and styled them there. For the sitting reindeer, I placed it on top of a book on the very top shelf and paired it with a wooden frame and also a wooden bowl for some contrast. For the pine stems, I arranged them in a vintage vase and styled them with some ceramic houses I've had for a few years from Target. I love the fresh pop of greenery the stems add to the shelves. On the bottom shelf, I styled the ceramic snowman next to some leaning books. I also added some festive Christmas art and a vintage bell to finish the look. These pieces add just the right amount of holiday charm to my shelves and pair so well together. I also picked up some mini berry stems. They're the same ones I have on my kitchen island, just the smaller version, along with this beautiful Lulu and Georgia candlestick holder. I thought these pieces would be perfect for the shelves on the other side of the room, so that is exactly where I styled them. I placed the candlestick holder next to a frame from Zara Home, and then for the mini berry stems, I placed them inside another vintage pot I already had. I paired them with a beautiful frame with some Christmas art, and I styled a book right next to it. I draped a bell garland on top, and the last touch was adding a nutcracker I got from Walmart last year. I love how these shelves turned out. Everything flows together so nicely and adds the perfect touch of Christmas without feeling too crowded. And now for my favorite part, decorating the tree. I picked up a few new pieces this year, starting with this gorgeous red ribbon my friend gifted to me. She found it at TJMaxx and was so sweet to share one with me. I love the deep red color and I knew right away I wanted to style it on my Christmas tree. I also grabbed a variety of ornaments this season, some from Walmart, some from House of Jade, and of course a bunch of my favorites from past years. I added these baby breath stems from Hobby Lobby too. I've done this the past 2 years and I just love the way it looks. They bring so much pretty texture to the tree, and as I decorated, I would place a few ornaments, step back, and make sure everything felt balanced. If something looked off, I'd just move it around. Don't be afraid to play with it. Styling a tree definitely takes time, but that's what makes it fun. My little family also picked out a few ornaments of their own and hung them on the tree. I love this sweet little touch. Those ornaments are such a reminder of what they're into right now, and it truly makes my heart so happy every time I see them. The last thing to decorate is my staircase, and for this I'm using 2 garlands, my cedar garland from my Texas house that I picked up last year and a Norfolk garland. I wanted to tie in the cedar for my entryway, so I wrapped the 2 garlands together and styled them that way on the staircase. To attach everything, I always use clear zip ties. They're the easiest and cleanest way to secure garland to a staircase because they blend in seamlessly. I also use the same zip ties to connect the 2 garlands to each other. This method works so well and it's definitely one I'll continue using. I picked up my zip ties from Lowe's and I highly recommend getting the longer ones since you can always trim the excess if needed. Once the garland was in place, I added beautiful red bows using ribbon I found on Amazon. The color is stunning and it was exactly the pop of red I wanted. I also shared a quick tutorial on how to tie a bow for anyone who might need it. To bring in another touch for my entryway, I incorporated the little berry stems I used there. The berries can be removed from the stems, which I love because I can easily reattach them after the season. I simply tuck the berries throughout the garland to make the entire space feel cohesive and festive. that wraps up today's decorating. I truly hope you enjoyed watching me prepare our home for Christmas this year. It turned out so cozy and magical, and I'm so happy with how everything came together. I hope you all have a happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for watching and for being here, and until next time, bye!